Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my science class. Today, I am going to discuss with the chapter Physical and Chemical Changes. This is the sixth chapter of your class 7 science book. So, let us start with the chapter. So, students, in class 6, we have studied a chapter Changes Around Us, in which we have studied about the different changes. And we categorize the different changes into reversible and irreversible type of changes. We have also seen the different fast changes and slow changes, and periodic changes and non-periodic changes. So these were the different type of changes that we studied in class 6. So when we were studying reversible and irreversible changes, we studied that reversible changes are those changes which can be reversed back, but irreversible changes cannot be reversed back. Now, in this chapter, we will study a little more about these changes in terms of physical and chemical changes. So let us start with the chapter. Now, every day you come across many changes in your surrounding. These changes may involve one or more substance. For example, your mother may ask you to dissolve sugar in water to make a cold drink. Making a sugar solution is a change. Similarly, setting curd from milk is a change. Sometimes milk becomes sour. Souring of milk is a change. Stretched rubber band also represents a change. So we see a number of changes around us, like dissolving sugar in water is a type of change. So can you tell me whether dissolving sugar in water is a reversible change or irreversible change? Recollect the chapter separation of substances. How can we separate dissolved sugar or salt from water? What is the process? It is evaporation. So this is a reversible change, making a sugar solution. Now, setting curd from milk is a change. Can you tell me whether it is reversible or irreversible? Can you change curd into milk? No, we cannot. So this is a irreversible change. And souring of milk is also an irreversible change. And stretching of a rubber band, whether it is reversible or irreversible, it is reversible, because rubber band can regain its original shape when the pressure is removed. Now make a list of 10 changes you have noticed around you. So you have to make a list of 10 changes, like um, dissolving sugar in water, or change of day to night, or change of season. You just write down 10 changes. Rusting of iron, cooking of food is a change. So in this chapter, we shall perform some activities and study the nature of these changes. Broadly, these changes are of two kinds, physical and chemical. So in this chapter, what we will do? We will study the different types of changes, and we will try to categorize these changes into either physical and chemical. So for first categorizing, we should know what are physical changes and what are chemical changes. For that, let's perform few activities and then we'll see what is physical and chemical change. So let us start with physical changes. Your first activity is cut a piece of paper in 4 squares. Cut each square piece further into 4 square pieces. Lay these pieces on the floor or a table so that the pieces acquire the shape of the original piece of paper. Obviously, you cannot join the pieces back to make the original piece. But is there a change in the property of the paper? So you have to take a piece of paper and you have to cut it into different pieces, like First you have to cut it into this four, and then take one part of that paper and cut it again into four, and then spread it on a table or on floor to make it the full original paper. So can you join the paper like the previous one? No, but the quality of paper remains the same. Is there any change in the paper quality of that paper? What will you say? What is your answer? No, the paper remains the same. Yes, the size has changed. Now the second activity. Collect the chalk dust lying on the floor near the chalkboard in your classroom, or crush a small piece of chalk into dust. Add a little water to the dust to make a paste. Roll it into the shape of a piece of chalk. Let it dry. Did you recover chalk from the dust? So next activity is, you have to take some chalk dust and using water, you have to knead a little and then roll it into the shape of a piece of chalk. So whether you are able to recover the chalk or not, yes, more or less it will be the same. Yeah, it will not be that professionally good like your original piece, the previous piece, but it will be the same. Now the third activity is, take some ice in a glass or plastic tumbler. Melt a small portion of ice by placing the tumbler in the sun. You have now a mixture of ice and water. Now place the tumbler in a freezing mixture. Does the water become solid ice once again? So in this activity you have to take ice in a glass or plastic tumbler and you have to place it outside. What will happen? The ice will start melting and it will form water. Now keep this water inside your freezer. What will happen? It will again freeze. And now the fourth activity. Boil some water in a container. Do you see the steam rising from the surface of water? Hold an inverted pan by its handle over the steam at some distance from the boiling water. Observe inner surface of the pan. Do you see any droplet of water there? So the fourth activity is, you have to heat water in a pan. What happens after some time? The water will start boiling, and then what happens? It will start evaporating. It will start converting from water to water vapor. Now what you have to do? Take a flat vessel or invert another pan over the steam. Like your mama covers the water with a lid. What happens? Small droplets of water start appearing on the lid. So these droplets, so what is this? The steam is again converting it into water. Now the fifth activity. Hold a used hacksaw blade with a pair of tongs. Keep the tip of the free end of the blade on the gas stove. Wait for a few minutes. Does the color of the tip of blade change? Remove the blade from flame. Observe the tip once again after some time. So what you have to do? With the tongue, you should be very careful and do this activity. If you want to perform this activity, you can perform it, but in the presence of your parents, not alone. So what you have to do, you have hold a blade with the help of tongs and heat it on the gas stove. After some time, what happens? What will happen? It will start giving, it will turn red and it will become red hot, and then remove it from the flame and keep it for some time. As such, what will happen? It will again regain its color. So students, in activities 6.1 and 6.2, that is the first activity 6.1 was cutting of the paper pieces, and the second activity was converting the chalk dust back to chalk. You saw that paper and a piece of chalk underwent changes in size. In activities 6.3 and 6.4, that is melting of ice and evaporation, water changed its state from solid to liquid or from gas to liquid. In activity 6.5, the hacksaw blade changed color on heating. So we have seen all these activities, we have observed these activities. Now we can conclude that properties like shape, size, color and state of a substance are called the physical properties. All these properties are physical properties. So what are physical properties? Like the shape of a material, the size of the material, the color and the state of a material. State means whether it is in solid state, liquid state or gaseous state. So these all are physical properties. And a change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties is called as a physical change. So what is a physical change? In which only the physical properties undergo a change, like a change in the shape of the substance or size of the substance or color of the substance, or changing from gaseous to liquid, or from liquid to solid state. All these changes can be categorized into physical change, and these physical changes are reversible in nature. As I have told, what are reversible changes? In which the change which can be brought back to its original form is a reversible change. So this is the most important thing, that generally they are reversible in nature. Yes, of course, I know that if you have cut a piece of paper into 4 different pieces, the size can never be regained. You cannot retain or make, you cannot recover the original piece of paper, but no new substance is formed in this case. So it will be called as a physical change. So what are the different properties of a physical change? First, it brings change in the physical properties of a substance only, not the chemical properties. In the next heading, we will study what are chemical properties. Secondly, they are generally reversible in nature. And thirdly, no new substance is formed. These are the 3 basic criteria for describing a physical change. So this was about the physical change. In the next part, we will study the chemical change. Till then, students, read the chapter, revise the chapter, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you, students.